You know, it's been a while since it happened. It was an odd move when David Beckham made his move to LA Galaxy. It even raised more eyebrows when he moved back to Europe with Milan in January 2009. It wasn't hard to question the decision of the club or of the player for this move. Did Beckham really need this move? Did Milan really need this move? Did it make any footballing sense? Or was it just a marketing PR for all involved? It's been more than a decade since that move, which repeated itself in the season after as well. That leaves us with more than enough time to pass a judgment on the impact of this move. Even with all these years, Beckham's temporary stay is still hard to assess. But the question is, what's the legacy of Beckham's transfer to Milan? Well, stick around to find out, because we're gonna go back to when times were good for Milan. Well, relatively good. Right, so at a first glance, Beckham's move to Milan looked to be just as money driven as his move to LA Galaxy. But that was mostly Milan's fault, who didn't even deny that it was a financially driven decision. It didn't really help that Galliani told the press, "Football today is about full stadiums and sponsors, and superstars like Beckham fill them up." Well, gotta appreciate the honesty. Anyway, it was easy to question what would Beckham add to the team in footballing sense. In fact, Milan already had some of the finest creative midfielders in football, including Pirlo, Seedorf, Kaká and Ronaldinho. It wasn't hard to ask where would Beckham fit in, especially when he didn't play a competitive game in 2 months. That being said, it didn't take him long to see him in the Rossoneri jersey, and my god he looked good in it. Despite the lack of fitness, he was thrown at the deep end and made his debut away at Roma on January 2009. Ancelotti went all in. Beckham lined up alongside Pirlo and Seedorf in central midfield, with Ronaldinho and Kaká playing ahead of them. The game finished 2-2, with Beckham putting in a decent shift in the middle of the park. It didn't take long to see him on the score sheet. In his third game with Milan, he scored his first goal against Bologna, but it was a few days later that he would score a true beauty, a free kick from a very tight angle. This was a true Beckham signature goal. You know, I remember watching that game live. Only Beckham could score this from that tight angle. It was a true beauty and a sign of good times to come. Ancelotti was full of praise, but even more importantly, Beckham was praised by another Italian manager, the England boss at the time, Fabio Capello. It was hard to argue that Beckham's Italian job was a success, to the point that the club extended the loan spell to the end of the season. He even got called back to the England national team, something that seemed pretty far-fetched given his MLS move. But before we talk about Beckham's journey with Milan, don't forget to leave a like or comment. It really helps out the YouTube algorithm, as a lot of time goes into making these videos. So, a year later, it was inevitable that he was gonna repeat the loan move one more time, especially with the World Cup coming in summer 2010. I gotta say, it was a decent start to the second stint at Milan. Even the football romantics got a treat when he played against Manchester United and received a standing ovation from the Old Trafford. He was back in Fabio Capello's plan for the World Cup in South Africa and seemed to have reserved a seat in the plane. But fate had another plan. In a game against Chievo, Beckham tore his Achilles tendon, ending both his World Cup hopes and his international career. Ultimately, looking back on both loan moves, Beckham didn't really help Milan to any notable success. Milan finished third in Serie A in both his seasons there. Nor did he help himself to a final World Cup appearance, which was the whole objective of these loan moves. That being said, he did achieve something of value. By getting out of the comforts of MLS League, Beckham proved once and for all that he was a footballer first and a superstar second. And that, my friend, is a very solid legacy to have, especially for a short time in a very storied club like Milan. So, what do you think about the video today? Personally, as a Milan fan, I have fond memories of those days, especially meeting Beckham in person when Milan did a winter camp in Dubai. So this video is a salute to a footballer more than a superstar who ingrained himself in the Milan folklore despite his short stint. I'm Football Drawn, and I'll be making similar content for Sempre Milan. Keep an eye on the Sempre Milan channel because the guys are up to some amazing stuff. I also do this kind of content on my own channel as well. If you like this one, feel free to visit my channel in the description. Thanks for watching, and Forza Milan!